Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Nathan Fox. That's Ben Olson. Together, we're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We have an email here from Jay. It says, Ben and Nathan, thank you. I scored 166 on my first LSAT attempt in June, thanks to your podcasts and the Demon. I retook this month to see if I could go higher, and I plan to apply to law schools this fall. If you have the time, I would love to get your thoughts on my current list of targets. Ben maybe is going to launch our scholarship estimator with that 166 and I'll read this, but hopefully Ben.
So I'm going to lsatdemon.com/scholarships. Anyone can go there. You don't even need a Demon account.
Yep. And put in, Jay says, I have a 3.66 GPA. So that goes into the estimator. Yep. Then some stuff that doesn't go into the estimator: a decade of work experience and great references. I work in corporate communications and serve on a board of directors, blah, blah, blah. Don't really care. Volunteer work, don't care. From DC, currently living in California. Based on the location options for both my job and my spouse's job, I will either remain in Central California or move back to DC. Here's what I have in mind. Lucky for you, there's lots of law schools in Central California or Northern California and DC. So, all right. Option one, do one of the online/hybrid/flex programs that some schools are offering. These would include Golden Gate, Seattle University, University of Dayton, and Syracuse. I think that those are excellent options to consider. Okay. I really am into this idea that these schools are going to start to innovate some online, more flexible programs. I just can't imagine what the purpose of in-person law school is anymore. It's such a waste of time.
Yeah.
That is so bogus. Some giant fucking building and people wearing suits and stuff so that you could just go in there and sit there for 45 minutes and listen to a lecture. Why the hell would you commute all the way to downtown San Francisco to go sit there for 1 hour of class?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. So the fact that Golden Gate, which is in downtown San Francisco, the fact that Golden Gate is offering this new online hybrid, whatever, I find that to be like very exciting. Anyway, I think that's intuitively, it seems like that's a thing that has to happen more in the future.
Yep.
Option two, wait to go to school until we can relocate to DC, where I could do a part-time program on campus. Schools I'd be considering there are American, George Washington, George Mason, and University of Maryland. Maybe also Catholic, ? Oh boy. Option three, stay in California and go to Santa Clara. They have the only ABA approved part-time program within a reasonable driving distance of our home. What are your thoughts? Any options that I'm missing and should consider? Thanks again for everything. I'm very excited to have done reasonably well on the LSAT, and I'm looking forward to not paying for law school. Praise the Demon. Sincerely, Jay. What do you think? Option 1, 2, 3, some combination of those?
I don't know. To me, it's almost like the differences between these options are not the kinds of differences I'm interested in. Okay. I'm interested in how much are you going for free? Yes or no? Do you want, part-time sounds good because then you can continue working. I don't really know the California schools. When you talk about American, George Washington, George Mason, University of Maryland, maybe Catholic. I mean, again, I'd be much more interested in, I have, I guess, the least favorable opinion of Catholic, but even then, I guess I'm more interested in how much you're paying. That's Santa Clara is a good school. So again, how much is it going to cost you?
Not great school. Yeah, I would be definitely thinking about how much it's going to cost you to go there. What's the estimator say? I mean, I'm thinking 3.66, 166. That seems like a full ride to Santa Clara.
Let's take a look.
Gotta be a full ride to Golden Gate. Yeah, full ride to Santa Clara, full ride to Golden Gate. It's got to be a full ride to Seattle University, University of Dayton.
Golden Gate is more than full.
More than full for Golden Gate. Yeah, they should be paying you. Well, because with the same numbers, you could get a full ride to Santa Clara, which is a better school. So why wouldn't you get a stipend to, go to Golden Gate instead?
Catholic, which I shout on for a half second, is more than full. So
yeah, more than full at all these places. What's it show for Georgetown? Just curious, because that seems to be the elephant in the room if he's thinking about DC.
Sure. Georgetown is less than half.
Yeah, and it's probably not a part-time. Does Georgetown do part-time?
I feel like they do, but I don't know for sure.
You can click right there in the estimator and click and see their 509 report.
Let us do this. Part-time? Yeah.
Okay.
Their full-time obviously dominates. They have 548 full-time folks in their first year class, but they have 58 part-time folks.
Yeah, that's a thing. I mean, and your degree says Georgetown on it. I would think where do you want to practice, Jay?
Yeah.
Like all these California schools, if you ever study any case law or criminal law, at least for sure. I mean, the state, what I meant to say was state law, which criminal law is largely state law. If any of that you study from those California schools are going to be California cases. Any of that stuff that you study in the DC schools are going to be, I guess, DC cases. And so it's not everything, but like to the extent that law school does try to prepare you for the bar exam, they're going to be preparing you for the bar exam in your state. So I think you need to kind of make a decision about where you want to live and practice before you choose.
Yeah, it's just a lot easier too, right? The connections, the people you're going to get to know are also people that are connected to that area.
Yep. All these options sound great. I mean, I would apply broadly. I don't think there's anything wrong with applying on both coasts. Making up your mind depending on what kinds of offers you get. But I do think geographically, deciding where you're going to live kind of seems like step one.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Anything more for Jay?
No, thanks for writing in.
Yeah, congratulations on the 166. Hopefully you scored a few points higher in August. That would be amazing if you did. Go to lsatdemon.com/scholarships if you want to put in your numbers and play around. By the way, it's really nifty, right, Ben? We've got the links right there to all the 509 reports.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're trying to figure out what schools you should apply to, I think that's the first place to start. lsatdemon.com/scholarships. And put in your numbers, and then you'll start getting some ideas for schools. And then if you want to get more information on each of those schools, you just click right through to their 509.
Yep. Again, that's lsatdemon.com/scholarships.
Yeah. Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.